Hello everybody, happy to see you, happy to be coloring with you. So I have planned a little bit ahead on what colors I want to use. So here are the colors, and you can take a screenshot, you can write them down, just pause the video and write them down. And here we go. So leaves number 1, we used this combo already. So leaves number 2, the combo is Cobalt Turquoise 105, Grass Green 909, Canary Yellow 916, the Hair 1059 10% Cool Gray, 1061 30% Cool Gray, 935 Black. For the Skin, 1093 Seashell Pink, 101 Salmon Pink, flower number 3, and the bird, 909 Grass Green, 922 Poppy Red, 916 Canary Yellow. So let's get started. Let's see, we have the girl. We'll zoom in on the girl. So hopefully your homework is done and you've been able to do the leaves that we did in part 1. And I'm getting most of it is done. The water as well, we explained yesterday in part 1. So I'm done with the water. It's really pretty. I'm really happy with the color. All right, so leaves number 2, Cobalt Turquoise, and Grass Green, and Canary Yellow. All right, so I will start with the 105 Turquoise, Cobalt Turquoise. So at the bottom of this flower, I'm going to go up a little bit. Okay, I better erase that. Am I zoomed in as much as I can? Yeah, I am. Okay. After that, I'm going in with the Grass Green 909. I'm going over the Cobalt and a little bit further. I'm going to go harder over here along. This leaf is over this one, so there's going to be some shade. And this little middle section, I'm going to add a little line of shade right here to the left of it. And I'll taper off very lightly with a transition area. And then with the Canary Yellow 916, we'll do our tip and we'll go ahead and blend. Let's drag some of that out by pushing hard and going upward. Some of the green is blending in and doing little circles. The line becomes blurred. We don't have a harsh line anymore. Let's do that combo here so I can explain what it is I'm doing. So first, I did the 105 Cobalt Turquoise. I'm in the camera. Okay, so I went in the bottom of the leaf and then over. I didn't actually go dark, but you can go darker just at the edges, and leaving the rest of the transition area just one layer. And then with the 909, I went all over, left a little transition area. And with the yellow, I went over the transition area to the tip of the leaf. And I dragged some of that by going hard on the green with my yellow. And going in little circles brings the green a little further, so I don't have a harsh line. And I can blend the whole leaf so that we don't have any tooth remaining. All right. I'm going to take my Prismacolor blender, blender burnisher. What's the difference, right? The blender allows you to continue adding color afterwards. So it'll help you blend all of your colors together, but it won't remove all of the tooth. The burnisher will do the same, plus it'll eliminate any tooth. So when you're completely finished an area, like we were finished this leaf, then we can burnish. With the 922 Poppy Red, we will come and do the tip down here. And with the yellow, we blend it out and we go up. There we go. So let's do this leaf right beside with the 105 Turquoise. Gone lightly. I can go darker just underneath this little center area. Then with the one at the 909 grass green, I go over it lightly. And then with the yellow, 916 Canary Yellow, we will do the tip, come in, can do the whole flower, the whole leaf. We can slide, try to drag some of that color out into the yellow, little circles to blend the green and the yellow together. With my colorless blender Prismacolor 1077, I'll come and get all of that tooth out. So this does come open stock as well. All right, there we go. Let's do one of these leaves here. So we're going to put the Cobalt Turquoise 105. Here there's a stem, so I'm just going to put this side darker. We're thinking that there's some shading going on there. Do this one. And we're also doing these. Oh, I don't know if you see down here though. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop there. Okay. Now with the 909, I tell you, it's not easy when we're zoomed in like that to remember to make sure that we are zoomed in. This leaf ends, it's cut off, so I don't have to finish with a yellow tip because we don't have a tip. So we'll go on this flower, a light layer, and the 909 grass green. We'll do it over here as well. Here. So this one is right. Okay, good. Now we'll put some shading over here since it's right underneath. This leaf is over this leaf, so we'll go ahead and shade with our 909 grass green. And this leaf here is going to be pretty dark because it's underneath. It's kind of hidden away. Okay. With the yellow, we will blend this whole leaf here with our canary yellow. The tip up here. We will go in circles to bring that up. I'm going to put some more grass green here to get it to blend. So I'm going hard, you know, enough pressure. So I'm burnishing at the same time. Please like and subscribe. That helps me stay in the ranking of YouTube, and it's definitely a good energy booster for me. It's almost like drinking green tea instead of coffee. I think it's very healthy, but I was a period where I did enjoy green tea. I was really like enjoying it even as much as coffee. I think I stopped drinking coffee during that period. But for some reason, I started drinking coffee again, and I shouldn't have done that. So this is not blending well, so I'm just going to go over a very light layer with my grass green. There we go. Okay. With our Prismacolor blender, burnisher, let's burnish this. So it's blending and burnishing at the same time. There we go. So with our yellow, we're gonna go in where we don't have any color on the tips, and we're also going to burnish the whole leaf. Because I wanted to blend better, I don't want a harsh line. I'm going ahead with a tiny bit of grass green here, and I will blend it with the yellow, the canary yellow, Caran d'Ache yellow, canary yellow. There we go. Okay, let's go on to the skin of our young lady here. We're using the Seashell Pink 1093. Going in very lightly. Under the chin, we'll put an extra layer, and on the side of the hair. And then we'll go in with, oh, let's do the face at the same time. Let's go in very lightly, just one coat, very lightly. And then with the Salmon Pink, we're going to do each side of her hair, the side of her face. We're going to blend so slightly her cheek areas and her chin. Eyelids. Her neck, we want it to be darker on the side of the hair and then under the chin. And then we'll go very, very lightly. We'll go out. We'll blend. All right. Now for the hair, we will need the black and the two grays. Let's see, where are they? Oh, there they are. Okay. So let's start with 1059, 10% gray. I'm going to do an extremely light coat everywhere. Even on the little, we have flowers with a stem, I go on them as well. Okay. Now with the darker gray, which is 30% cool gray, 1061, we'll go along the stems on the outside. This time we're not coloring everywhere. We're just making sure that the stems and the flowers have this gray alongside. That way we're not going to get the black in there. just on the side of the flowers and the stems, so that we don't have to go there with the black. Okay, I think they're all done. Now we'll go in with the black. So, where the hair parts, we'll go with strokes. So, we don't want to color the, let's color the stem. That way it stands out, right? So let's use the grass green. So let's color that stem. Let's make sure our point is very pointy, because this is very little. So sweet to be putting little flowers in her hair. All right, with the canary yellow, I'm going to sharpen it, make sure it's very sharp. Very, very. Do the center of the whole flower. Oh, there's more stems there. Okay, I think we're done. All right. Okay. Let's get the black out. So we're just going downwards with little flickers. We're leaving some of the area uncolored. Oh, it has been colored with the gray. So we're not coloring in circles. We're just going up and down, like very lightly, unequally. We're not going too close to the stems. There we go. When you're down here at the bottom, you can go upwards like this. And then when you're closer to the leaf, then you might want to go what's most comfortable for you to do. There we go. A little bit more up here. That's fantastic. All right. The girl's dress we should do in red. So we have here our poppy red. So I'll just do the sides and leave the rest like a V. With the Salmon Pink 1001, we will blend it. And then with the Seashell Pink 1093, we'll go in the center and blend that out. We'll blend everything in there. With the white, we'll lighten up this area. And I'm going to add some red on the sides. I'm going to go get a redder red. Now this is an old, I've been using this case for 3 years, so okay, I'm going to take out this one here. So I took out the 923 Scarlet Red. Let's go on the sides. Let's come up here. Like that. Along the hair. Along the arm. So here it'll be dark as well, going upwards. We'll leave it lighter on the knee here and lighter on the knee here. Darker down at the bottom. So along the hairline. Okay. With the Salmon Pink 1001, very lightly we'll go ahead and lighten up this area here, keeping our light area here. And then with the white, we'll go over that and over the rest of the dress. Okay, let me sharpen my Scarlet Lake 923. Just going over the sides, the bottoms, and the sides. There we go. And just transition a little bit of the color with the Salmon Pink 1001. This red, I will make it like go in just a little bit with circles. I'm going to go ahead and blend it in a little. I'll come up here where it's lighter. And I'll go back in with my Scarlet Lake. Get this nice and red. There we go. I just noticed that her arm needs to be done. So let's use the Seashell Pink 1093. And then the Salmon Pink 1001. Let's make sure it's a little darker here, under the sleeve, under the chin. Okay. Oh, we have our legs to do as well. You know, I post pictures up in the Facebook groups, and then I go back and look, see if everything's okay, and see what people are saying. You know, there's always somebody saying, "Oh, it's beautiful, thank you, beautiful." So I thank them, thank you, and then I see, oh my, I forgot that little part there, and I forgot that little part there. Oh no. Oh well. We're all human. Even when I did my bye-bye video, I think I forgot one page, coloring page. I only noticed after watching it a few times. Oh. Let's darken the toes a little bit. The side of the leg. Just some kind of shading there. And the left side of the leg with white. There. The shading is very mild, and that is perfectly fine. I'm going to do the stone, the big rock she's sitting on. So I'm going to add the let me just sharpen them. All right, so I took out two darker grays. So the darkest one is 1065 70% gray. I'll update the list, and I'll update also under the description. You'll have the list of the new colors. Okay, so there's going to be shade behind her leg here, under her feet. I'm going to keep the shade to the right side. I guess this would be water, right? So there's stones in the water. So I'm just going to do the bottom of these stones, just like very lightly. With the 1065, it's the 70% cool gray. Okay, then with the second, which is 50% cool gray, 1063, we will blend it in our darker and just come out a little bit. We have to do this area as well. Under her hand, under her dress. So I'm going over the darkest gray here. I'm not extending because these are very small. All right. After the 50% gray, I'll go in with the 30% gray, 1061. I will blend this out and come out some more. So the 30%, I'll still leave some white area on the top. Okay, we'll have to extend this side a little bit more. And then with the lightest gray we have, 1059, 10% gray. We'll go into the lightest area. We're blending in. So we're blending these two together under her hand. Over here, we're blending everything together. I'm going to take the darkest one and come back on the exterior part, under the hand, under the dress, on the right, on this side of the leg. It's my right, but I don't know for you if it's your right or your left. I'm not sure. With the 50%, I can continue blending that in some more. And with the 1059, 10%, we'll just do the whole, all of the rocks here. We'll just blend that out. All right. Let's blend this out a bit more with the 1061, 30% gray. Prismacolor has the excellent choice of gray. We have warm gray, cool gray, and I'm having a senior moment. Oh my goodness. There's another one, but senior moment has popped up. There we go. Okay, so let's do some water. Let's take out the light cerulean blue 904 and go under the rocks. And then with the electric blue, we will blend in and come out a little bit. I like this color, electric blue, 1040. Okay. Don't we have that tiny little aqua pencil? Okay, so we'll do the rest with the 1086 sky blue. So we'll blend all of this and we'll come out. I think I'll just use those two colors again on the side here. Oh no. Oh, I was out of, sorry about that. So I'll just show you again. I went underneath every rock with the light cerulean blue 904. That's why I don't like to zoom in, but then if you want to be able to have a better picture. So I'll just come out here with the cerulean blue, the light cerulean blue 904, under the hair, under the rock. Okay, I do have it right here. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the darkest, which is the electric blue 1040. I will go over the cerulean blue, the light cerulean blue, and come out a little bit. Under each rock. All right. Now with my lightest color, I'm going to blend everything. Just add a little bit of gray in this tiny little rock there. So the way that I did the rocks, right, was with the darkest gray, 1065, I did the bottom of the stone. With the next gray, 1063, the 50%, I went over the darkest one. And then with the 1061, 30% gray, I went up a little bit. And with the lightest gray, 1059, I blended everything out. So let's finish blending our blues. I'm going to add in a bit of electric blue 1040 up here under the hair. Under each rock. So this is where you see, do I like it, do I not, what do I want to add? There we go. With the 1086 sky blue, I'm going to go ahead and just add a tiny bit onto the stone. Just to give it a bit of reflection from the water. And with the yellow, I will do this little area here, like that. And this little sleeve should be lighter than the rest, just at this area here. Make this very light. Make this very light. Okay. So we should go ahead and do all the corner leaves. So all of the corner leaves will be our Cobalt Turquoise, Grass Green, and Canary Yellow. So I'm not going to zoom out this time. I'm not going to zoom in, I mean. Let's just make sure that we're in the picture. We've already done the combos on all of these leaves here. So we're going to do the same thing on each corner. Each corner will be the same. And then after that, we'll do the parrot. So I'm going in with the Turquoise 105. This leaf is underneath, so it's going to be darker here, right there. And this one is underneath as well, so it's going to be darker there. This leaf here was from the other set, Moss Green 1097. Goes along with these leaves here. Grass Green 909. Go over. And the yellow. Blend the whole leaf out. I'm going to add a bit of the grass green just to lighten that harsh line. Grass green, lighten that up very lightly, and then with the yellow, our little canary yellow, which will also be on our bird. Okay, so some more canary yellow here. I'm wondering what the background will be. Okay, so this will be darker underneath here. And I see a little something in there, so I'm going to use the parrot green here. Okay, so parrot green for going over and going out a little bit more. So over the turquoise and out. It's a very light layer here as well. We'll blend everything with our canary yellow. The color of the sun, some nice little sunshine here. I'm going to take my Prismacolor blender and just blend that. If I see that I don't need to blend with the blender because my colors have blended in well together, that's good. But in this case, the yellow was not blending enough. Probably the ratios of the colors. So then I decided to go in with the Prismacolor blender. With my blender, I'm bringing a little bit of that green over the yellow, just dragging it out. You see how that yellow has more green over it? So the blender can be used, it's a burnisher blender, so you can use it, like, let's say I come over this leaf here with the grass green, okay? And the blender. I'm going to drag some of that grass green outwards, like that. Let's try that over here. Here, there's some shading here. There's more shading here. More shading here. Here. All of this is shaded. Underneath here, it's shaded. Underneath here. Under this leaf. Under this leaf is over this leaf. This one is underneath the leaves. Underneath the leaves. There we go. And with our Prisma, we can go ahead and pull some of that grass green up here. Pull it down. There we go. Okay, so let's go to the bottom of the corners here. Grass green 909, turquoise. Okay, so there will be some shade here because this leaf is covering over this leaf. And we'll have shading here as well. And here as well, like that. Okay, let's go up lightly. Let's do this one here. So we'll go up lightly. Some shading there. And up lightly. With the grass green 909, go over the turquoise and up a little. So over the turquoise and up a little. All right. With the yellow, we will blend everything. blender, I will bring some of that out here. Okay, good. Over here, we've already put our turquoise, so we'll add the grass green. The yellow. And now all the songs that have the word yellow in them are running in my head. So I'm going to pull that green into the yellow. I'm going to burnish. There we go. Okay. So our parrot will have some yellow in his feathers. And then we'll take some of that poppy red 922 and just go over all of this section and come down a little bit on the feathers here. And just slightly on top of the yellow. We have 947 dark umber. I'll have to add that to the list. I'm going to put it on his beak. So with the poppy red, I'm going to come back here and color his feathers. And then with the 1002 yellowed orange, I will color this in. I will color this in. Extend the color in the feathers. The poppy red. There we go. All right. The leaves that we did yesterday over here, I will go over those completely again. When we're zoomed out like that, sometimes it's not very nice, but when we zoom out, everything's okay. So we use the Sky Blue Light 1086. And then the moss green. So one side with the moss, that little line right up the center. And then I will go ahead just with the corners here. I'm going to sharpen this up. So the bottom of the leaf, I'll go ahead and darken, and the tip. And then with the Posca, I will whiten this section that is lighter, and I will whiten this section here that is lighter. All right, so moss green. Oh, I broke my lead. Okay, I'm going to sharpen it again. think I had sharpened it too sharp from sharpening polychromos. This is underneath the leaf, so we'll go darker. Okay. All right, so with the Posca, we erase this line here, this little line here, and we make this whiter. Okay. Let's try and get this to work better. Okay. So here it's lighter, and in the center here. There and there. Okay, let's get this moss green. Do this little area here. Just go ahead and color that one in. This is going to be very dark as well, so we'll just color it in. Okay, are they all colored in now? I think so, right? All right. So this rock here has a little bit of water that has splashed over. So all those little black lines, I'm going to go in with the Posca. I just feel like water has splashed in. Let's put some dots a little bit everywhere. Okay, in this water area, there's little white lines. So we'll do those lines. So I wonder if anybody's coloring this page. So let's make sure we have enough white dots in the water, because this water is in movement, so some areas will be very white. the Facebook page that I will publish this page when I'm finished on Facebook and Instagram. So let's put a bit of Posca here on the top of the stone. On Facebook, you just search Maria Trolle, and they will give you the group and you join. Doesn't cost anything, and you don't have to write anything if you don't want to, but you can at least have access to all of the colorings that people have done, which is a lot of fun. I have a leaf here that's not done. Okay, I have to decide for the background. I was thinking green. Otherwise it would have to be gray. So why don't we just put the lightest gray and see what happens? Let's just try it out. We can always erase. Okay, so I'm going to take the 1059 and here, first I'm going to finish this corner and we're going to try and see what color background we want. So this is the dark umber 947. We're just going to go in lightly on all the stems, and then after that I can decide if I want a different color or add a color. When we go in lightly, it's easy to add colors. Okay, and then after that, I think I'll zoom you in. Jeez, it's not easy to always think of zooming in and zooming out. Okay, so with the lightest gray, we're going to test out here under the leaves. See how we like that. Okay, so we have a first coat of very light gray. Let's go to our lightest blue, 1086. I'm going to sharpen it. I see that I did not blend this leaf here. Okay, that's looking okay. Let's go in with some green. So that parrot green, let's try it very lightly and see what would happen. Very, very lightly. So it gives us like a minty color.